But it's awful. I mean, we can go. Everybody saw football over the weekend, but the Colts just absolutely jobbed against the Browns. The illegal contact penalty negating a sack fumble to Forrest Buckner, ending that game. I mean, he wins the game, ends the game, and it's such a ticky-tack call that shouldn't have been called. And then a defensive pass interference on an uncatchable ball places the ball at the 1. The Browns run it in. Last night, I mean, the Eagles were the better team. They were. That's why I wrote about them in our column today. Like they showed me a lot, showed everybody a lot. I love the ruthless simplicity to what Nick Sirianni does with the tush push, with getting A.J. Brown, using A.J. Brown. There's a lot to love with the Eagles. The Dolphins were also penalized 10 times, and the Eagles weren't penalized at all. And I don't know how James Bradbury is called for a hold in the Super Bowl on Juju Smith-Schuster and isn't called for that face mask against Miami. I mean, the most obvious face mask that you can see. Christian Wilkins roughing the passer. Just another absolutely brutal call. It was you don't see it one-sided to that degree. I mean, it was really one-sided. Usually there's like bad calls kind of both ways. But pick your game. I mean, Bills, Patriots, awful. I mean, Josh Allen, got to be praising him so much on this show. Like, he's flopping like he's a European soccer player. It's pathetic for a 6'5", 247-pounder to be just jerking his neck back as much as he does to draw these flags. But you know what? I don't even blame Josh Allen because that's what the league asks for. If you're going to throw these flags all over the place and roughing the passer, of course you're going to sell it to get 15 yards. And he did again. So it's bad across the board, this officiating. And I'm not sure what changes it. You know, Brett Favre got into this on a show a couple weeks ago. Like, he's like, in terms of like the league siphoning out violence, that's not going to change. I mean, they're going to throw flags with that on the mind. And the rule books become so bureaucratic and so thick with nonsensical rules. And like, you almost can't even blame the officials because they're trying to follow these abstract rules that don't really make much sense. And it's all in the name of player safety in quotes. And it's a mess, and I don't even know how you fix it. And Favre's point was like, look, the players themselves, they're getting paid a lot of money. Like they're going to complain to an extent. Like, right, they're going to get paid. They're going to benefit from this to an extent. It almost just takes fans' uproar to maybe put a dent into this at all, and I don't think that it really will. Do you?
No. I told you I hate it. I hate it. I don't disagree. I just refuse to. I almost block them out of my mind because you can't celebrate. I always go back to you can't ever celebrate a play. Like if you're rooting for a team, you have to wait. You have to just wait and look around and just please nothing. Is there a flag? What could be wrong? What did somebody do? And it's become that way. Here is my only thing I'm going to say about I hate it. I would love if there's a way just to have every pass interference call reviewed, just like a touchdown or a score or a turnover. Please just review it.
Yeah.
Because it's game changing. They're just so game changing. They're as game changing as a turnover. So that would be my
why isn't it? They just don't want to. They want the human error. Like you want human error. You think it's valuable to the product?
Hey, Dean Blandino. I work with Dean Blandino in the XFL. Maybe we can get him on the show for a 15-minute segment on officiating.
Yeah. How funny. We should. Please, open invite. Bring him on. And how funny is it when they cut to is it Terry McCauley?
Mm-hmm. He's disagreeing.
Right. And the Bills-Giants game, it was like he immediately was doing the NFL's bidding. Like, you can see, sometimes they're going to let this go. And then even Chris Collinsworth is like, he's holding Darren Waller the entire route here.
No, I saw him yesterday. He was disgusted by that. He was like, that is not a late hit. Yeah, he said it. He was like, that is not a late hit.
Good for him. Okay, good. Appreciate the honesty.
I did like that I remember thinking, good for him for saying that. Like,
I think I had the announcers muted yesterday watching that.
Oh, I just have Red Zone on. I heard that on I know what it was. It was on a Red Zone. It was on a Red Zone clip. because there's a big replay.
Oh, yeah. So we apologize. I mean, it's not fun to talk about just this big old wart on the shield. I mean, that's what it is. It's like the shield is just covered in warts. It's not fun. It's disgusting. Just got to zap it somehow. It's going to take like a big snapback. People, I think the NFL just has, we say it a million times, you just got to own the danger, own the violence, own the physicality. It's inherent to the game. You're never going to make it a safe game. Maybe you can make it safer, but you did make it safer 10, 15 years ago. Another reason everybody should get the blood and guts why tight ends save football in light of National Tight Ends Day, because at least that's one position where what makes football great is thriving